You know what, guys? It's Mattview Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to Mattview Reviews, where today we'll be having a look at the LEGO Batman movie, which is directed by Chris McKay of Robot Chicken fame and is the latest animated picture from the Warner Animation Group. WAG's recent animated feature films include the LEGO Movie and Storks. I absolutely adored the LEGO Movie when it came out, and I was ecstatic to see that a LEGO Batman spin-off was in the works, as not only do I love the style and humor of the LEGO Movie, but I am also a huge Batman fan. I had high expectations going into this film, and I can say they were certainly met. However, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We do have to break the film into our 5 main categories of animation success, and as always, that starts with the characters. So, there's a lot to love with the characters here. Each one is hilarious and enjoyable. You have Batman, who is hilarious as the overconfident jerk who you can't help but laugh at, especially knowing all of Batman's cliches about being unbeatable and awesome, and because I'm Batman. Batman also has a few sad strings about him, though, too. You start to realize he's actually masking a lot of his fears and sadness with his overconfidence, which allows you to sympathize more for him, and you really start to care about Batman, or Bruce Wayne more so. And regardless of how much of a jerk he can be, he really can be enjoyable. Now, Robin, or Dick Grayson in this film, is an orphan boy who Bruce Wayne / Bat Dad unintentionally adopts. Robin is very lovable in this film. He is naive, a bit gullible, but he is also capable in the field, and Batman starts to grow fond of his new son after initially rejecting him. Barbara Gordon is also in this film as the new police commissioner in Gotham, and she takes over for Jim Gordon, her father, and she is very smart, very badass, and she knows how to get things done. She also wants to create a bond between Batman and the police rather than Batman doing the job and the police kind of just staying on the sidelines. And she also plays off Batman very nicely, and their chemistry is extremely entertaining. She's not just taking Batman's manly over machismo thing, she's standing up for herself and kind of throwing a few lines back at him too. Also rounding out on the good guy's side is, of course, Alfred. And Alfred takes on his usual role as the caring guardian of Bruce Wayne / butler, and is often trying to get him to understand his true feelings and steer him down the right path. And once again, Alfred is impossible to hate. You can't help but love the famed butler. The main villain of the film is, who else but the clown prince of crime himself, the Joker. The Joker is in this film, and he is trying his best to make Batman realize he is indeed his greatest villain, and without the Joker, Batman is nothing. Joker is incredibly funny here, with him trying to make Batman admit he hates him, much akin to how someone in a romantic comedy or drama wants their love to confess that they love them so much. It is hilarious to see play out. Finally, there are a wide variety of villains from Batman's past that are hilarious and fun to see in this film as nice little Easter eggs to the villains of the past, especially the more obscure villains. Which leads me to my one and only negative in terms of characters. Where is the Mad Hatter? Every other random unknown Batman villain shows up except for my favorite, the Mad Hatter. The dude is not that obscure. He is in Arkham City, Arkham Knight, and Arkham Origins in the animated series, for Christ's sake. Why could he not be in this? That's all I wanted. I'm done. 0 out of 5. I'm out. Okay, not really, but still. Bullcrap. Legit though. Why is he not in the film? He's my favorite, man. Come on. Anyway, plunging forward with the review, let's have a look at the voice acting, which is very good in this film. The voices in this film are all either great interpretations of these famous characters or hilarious spoofs, especially in the case of Doug Benson's Bane, which hilariously mocks Tom Hardy's portrayal of the character from The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, Batman, oh, that hurt. Stuff like that is absolutely funny, and especially Will Arnett's portrayal of the Dark Knight himself. Will's Batman is hilarious. He is just the mix of like an 80s wrestler, Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage with all this brimming confidence, but my god is he hilarious. The overconfidence in his voice mixed with his super gravelly deep tone makes for a fantastically hilarious version of this character. Following Batman, of course, is his sidekick Robin, who is played by Michael Cera. I was worried that Cera's voice would start to get irritating over time from the trailers I've seen, but I can thankfully say that is certainly not the case. Like I mentioned in the trailer, he sounded a lot like a high-pitched, overexcited kid in the trailer, and I was a little nervous that it wouldn't go so well. However, his voice can actually pull on your heartstrings as Robin. He's trying to connect with his new father and just wants the love and affection a parent could give him that he's longed for since he lost his own parents. Sarah's portrayal as a young Robin is done very nicely, and I was certainly glad with his performance. Rosario Dawson voices Barbara Gordon, and she just does a lovely job as the new police commissioner. She has a wonderful soft voice but can really show her aggressive side when she gets annoyed with Batman's antics. And her hilarious annoyed voice is a fantastic foil to Batman's egotistical, demeaning lines. Also, I loved Ralph Fiennes' Alfred. It is a perfect voice for the character, and one that I would not mind hearing in any version of the character. Zach Galifianakis plays the Joker in this film, and although he is certainly no Mark Hamill, Zach does a very nice Joker voice here. I was again hesitant to see how he would do, as I'm a huge fan of the Joker, and his voice and laugh is just so important to me. Thankfully, Zach's Joker is a very nice version and fits into the LEGO Batman universe perfectly. Also, quick fun fact about the voice acting, Billy D. Williams, who actually played Harvey Dent in the Tim Burton Batman films, finally gets to become Two-Face in this film, and I think is a very cool Easter egg. Speaking of Easter eggs, let's get into the story. The plot of the film comes down to Batman dealing with being alone and how he has difficulty letting others get close to him. He eventually comes to team up with young Dick Grayson, albeit out of necessity rather than choice, at first, and you start to see the relationship blossom as Batman tries to show Barbara Gordon that Batman works fine alone and he can defeat the Joker from unleashing his chaos on Gotham City. The setup is fantastic and all the little subplots are handled beautifully with comedy and heart. And that's what the story comes down to, humor and heart, and it clicks on every level and you can't help but smile throughout it, especially with a fantastic world that I will let you see for yourselves. You can probably call it by a mile, but when it hits the audience, it still leaves an impact on you, especially younger viewers who can benefit most from this lesson. Just to wrap up, I did mention Easter eggs, and boy, there are a lot. I won't mention any specifics to spoil them. Get it? Because eggs. I'm gonna go now. But keep a sharp eye and ear out to catch them all, especially if you are a Batman and or DC fan. Following that, we have the animation. I absolutely love the animation in this. The Lego bricks and figures look like they're right there. What I mean more so is that the bricks are lighted to look physical, like the physical sets and figures they represent, and it is done fantastically well. The animation is fast, fluid, and absolutely spectacular. Literally the only two faults I can find, and one of them isn't actually a negative, is that one, the animation is so fast and so full of stuff to look at that you almost don't have time to appreciate every little detail. And the other fault, which actually is more so a negative, is that I saw 2 lip sync issues. And the thing is, if that is all I can find wrong with the animation, then I think we can say overall it was really damn good. Finally, we go into the category of music. Now, there is no singing in this film compared to the previous films I reviewed. Therefore, I will focus more so on the music incorporated in the film and the score itself / background music. So at the beginning of the film, there is actually a original song where Batman sings a metal rap song about himself. It's something you have to see for yourself. I really can't describe it. And honestly, I wish I was able to pay more attention to the lyrics themselves, but I was too busy laughing at the fight scene that was taking place during it. However, from what I did hear and some of the lyrics I did get the chance to hear, it was an absurdly funny song. Will Arnett's Batman singing was a hilarious surprise in the Lego movie. Darkness, no parents. This is a fantastic extension to that, and my god do I enjoy it. The incorporation of iconic songs and pop culture songs in the film is very funny and very timely, and the score / background music fits the mood and location very nicely where they are placed. Look, this isn't the musical spectacle of Beauty and the Beast, but it's not trying to be. The focus is more so on the story and humor, but what it does in the music department, it certainly aces their objective. Altogether, the Lego Batman movie is a great time at the cinema. The humor is incredible, the animation is excellent, the performances are top-notch, and to top it off, the moral and story are fantastic. I'm going to give the Lego Batman movie a very strong 5 out of 5. So stop what you're doing right now and go and see this film. It is an absolute blast that you won't want to miss out on. Okay guys, that's all for this time. Check back in 2 weeks when I review Rock Dog. Yay! let's just say I don't think I'll be watching a competitor for Lego Batman's title of Best Animated Film in 2017. But hey, you never know. Things may surprise me. Speaking of Best Animated Films, be on the lookout for my preview of the nominees for Best Animated Film at the 2017 Academy Awards coming later this weekend. Until next time, guys, this has been Mattview Reviews, and that's my cue.